Welcome back to SGT. This is version 2.0 of the data pack, and today we're going to be focusing on some rather small but rather big changes. That didn't make any sense, did it? Some small but rather significant changes, that'll do, to the golden apples and how they work in this game. Now, usually when you eat a golden apple in Minecraft, the first golden apple will give you absorption 1 for 2 minutes, and also give you regeneration, and it will also give you hunger, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't really give you anything else, does it? Yeah, it gives you hunger. There you go. And if you eat an enchanted golden apple, you will get given things like fire resistance and regular resistance and a much higher level of absorption and regeneration for a longer period of time as well. Now, to start off with, I have re-added the recipe for the enchanted golden apple. So in the very early days of Minecraft, and up until quite recently, I believe, you could actually craft the enchanted golden apple by using 8 gold blocks and an apple, and that will give you an enchanted golden apple right there. Now, the golden apple, as you'd expect, is just crafted with gold ingots. If we just see there, you see it's just regular gold ingots and an apple, and you can now craft the enchanted one with the gold blocks as well. Now, the reason why I've added the recipe back for the enchanted golden apple is because I want people to make use of it. I've completely changed which things you will get from eating each apple. Now, some of you will remember in a previous tiny update for SGT, I believe it was version 2.1.2, or no, 2.1.1, I believe it was, I added the functionality for the absorption effect clearing automatically when you no longer had any absorption hearts. So now, if we eat a golden apple, you'll see we get absorption 2, not absorption 1. We will actually get a higher level of absorption, and it's for an infinite duration. Now, you can see that we do actually have some particle effects floating around us as well, and they've actually cleared up now, and that is the second part of how golden apples now work. Now, usually what would happen when you eat a golden apple is you would just get given some potion effects and that's it. So you get absorption for a certain amount of time and you get regeneration again for a certain amount of time. Now, if you eat a golden apple, either or, you'll get the absorption effects for an infinite timer. Now, the reason why it's on an infinite timer is because obviously you can't regenerate these hearts. They're not like bonus hearts. They're just, oh yeah, that was the path speed buff. I forgot about that. Yes, look at that, we get speed buff on paths. I forgot I added that. Yeah, so obviously whenever you eat a golden apple now, you will actually give yourself the absorption, and it will give you for an infinite duration. Obviously, if I was to take damage, if I do TP Excalibur to my location plus 15, my location, we take damage, and the absorption is now cleared. Now, the interesting thing about golden apples now is the absorption effect will actually stack. And the way that I've got this to work is that if you have 4 absorption hearts, there you go. You will get 6, so now we have absorption 3 for an infinite timer. If you eat another apple, absorption at 4 for an infinite timer, and a fourth one, you get absorption 5 for an infinite timer as well. Now, again, the reason behind this is because I want to encourage players to actually craft these things. I feel like golden apples are rarely actually used in Minecraft. It's kind of a shame. They don't really get used a lot. Maybe if you know you're going to have like an intense wither fight, or if you're on like a PvP server and you know that's going to be a difficult deal, then maybe that could be something you'd use it for. But in survival mode, they're very, very rarely used. Now, if you have the ability to stack this absorption and have your health be at a higher amount more permanently, and you can prepare because it's an infinite timer, I feel like this is a much, much better way of doing things. If we try and eat another apple now, you'll see we can't increase our absorption any further. It will max out at absorption 5. And again, if I was to take fall damage, I'm just going to increase that to 20. Boop, there we go, it's going to reduce down, and it actually will still say we have absorption 5, even though we only have 2. That's intentional, it's not supposed to work that perfectly. But again, I can do my location plus 6, take a bit more damage, and when the heart's clear, it will completely clear from my inventory, as you can see there. Now, you may be wondering then, what are the green particle effects for? This stuff. What is this green particle effect? Well, this is an indicator of effect immunity. Whenever you eat a golden apple now, you will actually clear all your negative effects. So if I do effects give Excalibur slowness for 600 seconds, you can see that we now have this slowness buff. Any buff in the game that is counted as a negative buff is removed when you eat the absorption. And there you go, it'll be cleared. Now, what these green particles are is actually immunity to incoming negative buffs. So say if you're about to be hit by a wither skull or a witch potion or anything similar, then you will actually be immune to that potion effect. It includes things like levitation as well, and there's a few other things. So things like levitation, hunger, slowness, weakness, all those things will get cleared when you eat the golden apple, and for 10 seconds after you eat it, you will be immune to any new incoming effects. You can see I've gone really deep in this. There's quite a lot of there's quite a lot of information to know, but all you really need to realize is that, you know, golden apples are much more powerful now. So lose the hearts and did the good old Steve. So yeah, if we eat ourselves an enchanted golden apple, you can see we instantly get all 5 not 5. We instantly get absorption 5. We instantly get 10 hearts. If you eat multiple of these, it doesn't stack. You know, you can only get 10, so that's it, really. I considered having it so that the enchanted golden apple would give you 8 hearts, and then you could go 8, 4, 4, 4, 4, and then have 20 extra hearts, but when are you going to need 30 hearts? I think that seems kind of dumb, and it seems better if the enchanted golden apple, instead of being stacking, it just maxes out your absorption instantly. I think that's a much better way of doing it. So we're rolling then again with the absorption in a different way, as you can see there. Again, it's for an infinite timer, so it will never clear. Now, when you eat an enchanted golden apple, you will get resistance and fire resistance, as you usually would do in default vanilla Minecraft, but you will also get strength 2 for 90 seconds and speed 2 for 90 seconds as well. Now, this is much better in my opinion. I think that the enchanted golden apple being a lot more expensive, obviously 8 gold blocks, you can actually craft them now. I think it makes sense that it would give you these really strong potion effects and these really strong resistances, as well as the super high level of absorption, and of course, effect immunity for a full 60 seconds. So any incoming negative effects, wither, slowness, hunger, mining fatigue, anything, you are immune to them for a full 60 seconds. So in fact, going into something like an ocean monument, you would actually probably have a really good time now if you chose to eat an enchanted golden apple. And there are a number of things that you can keep in mind now, obviously given the changes to how these things work. But yeah, it's very cool. And you see with that effect immunity, it looks really nice as well. Obviously, I can't really give the player a custom potion effect saying like effect immunity. So I figured the potion, the kind of particle effect around the player there was a much better way of indicating it. I personally quite like it. I think it looks good, but yeah. Anyway, to showcase how the incoming negative effects doesn't work, I'm just going to spawn in a wither skeleton. So summon wither skeleton. There he is. So as you can see, he's going to try and attack me, and I will not be given wither. It just doesn't happen. I'm going to eat another one. And we've got absorption hearts. Not getting wither effects. Still not getting it. Still not getting it. No wither effect. This guy cannot kill me because, again, he's like, you know, he just can't apply the wither effect because I'm too strong. I am understandably strong considering how bloody powerful these things should be, but aren't anymore in Minecraft. So yeah, the only other thing worth keeping in mind as well is that if you have levitation when you eat these things, you will actually be given slow falling as well. So if I was to summon a shulker, just to showcase how this works. Why is he white? Are they white by default nowadays? That's so cool. Anyway, if I was to be hit by this oh, I'm still immune. I'm still immune to the effects. But we'll wait for that to time out anyway. Time set 3000. I should be getting it anytime soon. We'll be able to see when the effects clear. It should be about 20 seconds, actually. Yeah, let's just see how it works. So if I do scoreboard objectives, set display, sidebar, immune, you can see that we're still immune there for a number of ticks. I can just do players just to speed it up a little bit. So set Scalibur, immune, and we'll just do 10. And it should instantly time out to 0. There we go. And we're no longer immune to incoming effects. So he's going to hit me, and we're going to start floating. Hopefully he's going to hit me again, so we can float for a bit longer. How many shots did he just fire? That was crazy. Anyway, the point being is, if you're floating and you remove the levitation effect by using a golden apple, you're going to plummet to your death. So if you use the golden apple while you're in midair, you will remove the levitation and give yourself a slow falling. Now, I wanted to add the ability to clear the slow falling when you touched ground again, because you can measure whether or not a player is on ground. That's how this works in the first place. But like at the same time, you know, then the slow falling effect would be useless because I wouldn't be able to differentiate from when the player had been given slow falling as a result of being cleared of the levitation effect. So it would just mean that slow falling was always a single use potion, and it would only work if you initiated it in midair. So I'm just kind of leaving it that if you have the effect immunity clear already. Yeah, it did. Like, immunity's gone already. And we slow fall. See, it's nice. It's good. It works well. Anyway, you can die. I just realized we're not going to kill him very easily, are we? Because he's a shulker. Die. No. No. This is not the way I go out. Wait, I can just eat an apple and I will fall down. Yay. See, you can like counter shulkers. It's great. I really like it. I think it's good. Anyway, so yeah, conclusion of all this, golden apples are now much more powerful. You can craft a enchanted golden apple using gold blocks and a regular apple. And yeah, you get a lot more effects now. So again, golden apple will only give you absorption 2, but it will stack up to 5. So you can eat 4 golden apples to achieve the full absorption 5. And it's always going to be for an infinite duration. So your absorption will never time out. It will last until you use up the hearts. Golden apple will also fully restore your health, so if you're only at 1 heart, you'll be fully restored to full HP. Same goes for the enchanted golden apple. None of that regeneration stuff, just instantly heal me. It's just so much better, so golden apples are obviously a lot more powerful now. Again, applies to both apples. You will clear all negative effects, and if you are in the air, you'll be given slow falling. And with the enchanted golden apple, in addition to everything with the first apple, you also instantly get the highest level of absorption, absorption 5, and you also get fire resistance and resistance for a full 5 minutes, and strength 2 and speed 2 for 90 seconds. And eating either golden apple grants you immunity to incoming effects for 10 seconds and 60 seconds, respectively. So yeah, that's a lot of information. Golden apples are a lot more powerful now. I hope that you guys might actually use them in your survival worlds. For anyone who does download this, again, my kind of whole mindset behind this is I think that golden apples were originally a very strong item, but in modern day Minecraft, where we have things like, like potion effects that work properly, and we have more powerful foods like golden carrots and things, I just think these have become a little bit useless, really. So it's nice to make them a little bit more powerful, considering how expensive they are and should be. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this edition of SGT. I hope the new golden apples are to your liking. How do you like those apples? And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Have a Merry Christmas, take care, and bye-bye.